And hello, everybody. Welcome to Livestream number 6. I'm so excited for today. I am going live inside Kajabi as well, so I'll probably send it out, but if you ever just want to watch through the Kajabi app, if you're not into going on Facebook, you can also do that as well. I'm just going to open it up. You just go to, hi Lorna, you just go to the bonus courses and then click in, it'll be like live stream number 6. So you can do that if you don't feel like going on Facebook. And let's turn that off. Okay. All right. So I asked if you had any questions, and good morning, Elisa. And you didn't really have any questions, but you requested more hypnosis and meditations, which I can definitely do, and I will get going on that today. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what's coming up for the Human Design Month, and then I'm going to talk about just some different like manifesting hacks for when you don't really have enough time, and then also just talking about my magic and also a few questions about like manifesting health, and then what to do if like everything is going wrong, which I can definitely help you with. So the Daily Mindset Design coming up next month is going to be all human design, and I can't wait, you guys. Like, I'm hoping I can finish it all because like every single day has 5 different things based on what type you are. So I may need to release it like 2 weeks at a time, which is kind of annoying because I know some of you guys like to print it, but I'm doing everything I can to get it done in time. Quantum Leap Week kind of like took over my life there for 2 weeks. So basically what it's going to look like, I just want to give you guys the rough outline of what I have planned. It may change a little bit from this, but day 1 is going to be like a journaling prompt for each type. Day 2, we're going to dive into unlocking your abundance keys. So there's like, look at how many different categories, 8 or 10 different categories, depending on, and it's going to be different for every one of us, which one we have to really focus on. And I'll teach you how to look at your chart and what to do and like what questions to ask for that specific one. So we'll do like a little scoring test thing in terms of your abundance / manifesting keys based off your human design. We'll do it again at the end, which is cool. Then day 3, we dive into your strategy, how to best use your strategy. We dive into your authority, and every single day there's like some sort of journaling prompt that goes along with it. So you're kind of learning a little bit about human design every day, and then also getting a journaling prompt to dive deeper into your own design. And then we also chat about your not self theme. So like for me, it's bitterness. Like if I'm experiencing bitterness, that means I'm usually not being authentic to my human design. How can I make shifts? And like just noticing the times in your life when you may have been experiencing your not self theme and how to move through that. And we go through each individual, like there's 9 different centers. So we go through each one, and it's all dependent on like, if you are undefined, there's certain journaling prompts, which means like if it's white, or if you're defined, there's certain journaling prompts. So I'm going to take you through literally each one. And then we're going to do all the different gates that go through each one. And then we're also going to go through the different profiles, which is kind of like more of your personality, that sort of thing. And then we'll go into like self-love and self-worth exercises, because those are so important in your human design, trusting in the universe, and affirmations for each type. So it is going to be really cool. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I think this is definitely my favorite month yet. But I hope you guys are loving Code for the Extraordinary Mind month. Let me know if you have any requests for upcoming daily mindset designs. I also really want to do like an Abraham Hicks theme, lots of different ones. I have so many ideas. So yeah, today I want to talk a little bit about fitting in manifesting into your daily life, because I've been super busy lately and I haven't really had a lot of time to do like my morning routine. So I just wanted to share a few hacks that I use when life gets busy and I don't have time to like be super dedicated. So hack number 1 is I use the snooze button to meditate or visualize. So this is actually perfect because you're half asleep, half awake. You're in that perfect state, like delta theta state, where you can really penetrate your subconscious mind. So I'll press snooze and then go through my day. Like this morning, what I did was I just visualized my day in advance. So I visualized myself like getting dressed and feeling cute in my outfit. And then I visualized myself coming into work and it being nice and sunny and like being here, doing the live stream, feeling really motivated and excited all day. And I just kind of went through my whole day in advance, which I really like doing. Or I'll just think about like the things that I really appreciate or love and like, I mean, that's like the best way to start the day is I'll press snooze. I'll just think about like, oh my God, my bed is so comfy. Like I'm so grateful for Trevor. And I'll just go through all those things. And it's such a, yeah, it's very helpful to just like spend that 9 minutes just really getting your mindset ready before you get out of bed. Elisa said, I'm struggling this month to do the DMD and I'm looking for a better, more efficient morning routine. Okay, good. Yeah, I haven't really been doing the DMD either. So next month I will. But yeah, I mean, one thing I do recommend is like just set a timer, set aside 10 minutes every day to do it, and just be like 10 minutes only. And try to do as much as you can in the 10 minutes. And some days will be more than 10 minutes and you can finish the next day. Some days will be less. It totally doesn't matter. But if you can just do 10 minutes a day of the DMD, that's kind of what I designed it for. And then hack number 2 is while I'm driving, I'll go on like rampages because I'm usually driving alone. I know for most of you guys that have little kids, you may not get to press snooze in the morning. I'm sorry for that. But hopefully you can use some of these. So I'll like kind of go on rampages about my manifestations coming true. So I'll be driving, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe like I'm driving my new Range Rover right now. It's so luxurious and I love the feeling and I feel so high up on the road. And like, I love this little fridge and all the different things that are part of it and like how grateful I am and how proud I am of myself and how I feel like such a boss babe and that sort of thing. So I'll just kind of pretend I'll go into some delusional manifesting and I'll talk out loud, which I find just like really gets me in the mood a lot of the time. And then hack number 3, when you go to the bathroom, use that as a quick chance to just take a few deep breaths and check in with yourself. So how are you feeling? Is it in alignment with the 2.0 version of you? Good morning, Carolyn. Can you choose a slightly better feeling thought that brings like a sense of relief? So I just try every time I sit down in the washroom to just be like, okay, nice deep breath. How am I feeling? Check in with myself and notice where my thoughts are at, because I can get really just like go throughout the day and never really stop to actually check in with myself. And then hack number 4, you guys probably already know this one, but I do set my reminder to go off on my phone every hour with my mantra. So like it says, I'm a millionaire manifestation teacher. And that is just no matter what, whenever it comes up, I try to quickly feel into it and just be like, how does that feel? Like it doesn't really matter what I'm doing, but I immediately will usually sit up straighter, just feel this sense of like, oh yeah, I am. That feels cool. And just try to take that time, like even if it's just 10 seconds to check in and be like, am I in alignment with that version of me that I am manifesting myself to be? Because sometimes we just forget, like we just get so busy throughout the day, you don't even remember like what you journaled about or what you're even manifesting, I'm sure. So having that reminder pop up every hour is super helpful. And it doesn't make any sound. Like I just literally have like the reminders app on my iPhone and it just pops up every hour, but it's not distracting. Like if I'm getting in the zone, then it's totally fine. And hack number 5 is when I fall asleep, I always visualize. So I mean, that's something we can always do is even if you can't stay awake for very long, just as you're falling asleep, take a few seconds to think about what it is that you're manifesting. Put yourself there, visualize it as you fall asleep. And that is the most powerful time to visualize anyway. So, or like first thing in the morning. So that's a great hack because it's easy and you can do it every night and it's very, very powerful. So definitely add that one in if you can. Visualize as you fall asleep and just picture yourself already living whatever it is that you are manifesting. Sounds good. Yeah, so the most important thing with manifestation is to just get really clear on your goal when you have the time, and then set aside some time for visualizing each day if you can, and continuously be that version of you that already has the thing. Those are like the top three things. If that was all you're going to do, you can still manifest every single thing you want if you stick to those. So you don't have to have this like very detailed morning routine. You don't have to journal every single day if you don't like journaling. It really is just like the mindset, or who are you being, and do you have that vision in your mind? It's like you just want to know what you're walking towards, basically having that clear vision in your head of where you're going. So I did also have a few questions over text message. So what if things go the opposite of how you want them to go? And this is such a great question because this has happened to me many times, and I'm sure it's happened to you guys as well. So basically, let's say you set an intention and then all of a sudden things seem to fall apart. And one of my favorite quotes is, sometimes, I don't even know if this is the right quote, but it's like something around the lines of sometimes things need to fall apart in order to come together even better. So when things appear to be going wrong first, don't make yourself wrong. Definitely check in with your dominant vibration around whatever it is you are manifesting. So if it's money, for example, are you really focusing on bringing more in, or are you actually more so just noticing the lack? Because that can be very common. It's like the minute you try to start manifesting, all of a sudden you're thinking like, oh my God, I'm not there yet. So the best way to test this is to just really notice your feelings when you say money. Is your dominant vibration one of like excited anticipation, or is it worry? And for me, right then, it was just worry because Trevor hasn't been working, and so he kind of last night was bringing all his worry onto me. And so I need to do some mindset work today around it and feel more like I'm excited anticipation, not worry. So if it's the latter, like I said, you want to take some time to do some mindset work. And it's the same process that I always recommend. It's like, what is the fear, the worry, or the limiting belief? So, okay, how about I just do it live for you guys right now? Because that can always be helpful. So for me, the fear is, oh my God, Trevor's not making any money. I need to support both of us. I need to pay his Jeep payment. Like, is this possible? Is it 100% true? No, because it could change for him in a second in terms of booking in patients, and he has a very high rate, and he already has some different ideas. So is it 100% true that I'm going to have to like pay all his payments? No, not yet. Is there something you need to forgive? Is the other thing. I don't think there's anything I need to forgive. More, a little bit around, I have guilt around how I've been spending because then Trevor's all worried about money. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have gone shopping. And like, I spent a lot of money on my business last month. So but I just need to forgive that and know that, like, I know that me investing in my business is only going to create more abundance long term. And then what is a better feeling thought? So a better feeling thought is like things can literally change in 1 second. And I'm so confident in our ability to just like make things work for us. And like worst case scenario, there's like a loan or whatever, like who knows what could happen. I really do trust the universe. I'm going to set the intention for some extra money to put aside for Trevor in case I need it. And that feels so much better. So there you go. That's kind of a live version of working through your limiting beliefs. And I try to keep going until the worry is completely gone. So I might just like keep writing or write more and continue going on. Carolyn said, absolutely love this month's DMD. I've learned so much with regards to next month on human design. I have so little knowledge of it other than I'm a manifesting generator. Is there anything I should look at to prepare? No, that's all you need to know. I'll teach you everything else, so don't even worry. Elisa said, I also heard a great tip recently to stack habits. Yeah. So for example, you already have the habit of brushing your teeth, so stack some mindset on it, like saying your mantra in your mind over and over again while you brush your teeth. Yes, I love that. Brilliant. So yeah, that's kind of the process that I go through in my journal, and I always feel better after that. And then secondly, if things are going wrong or the opposite way that you want them to, is are there some nudges or signs that you've been ignoring? Because that can be huge. Sometimes if there's something we're not being authentic with, or we're ignoring the signs, the universe has no choice but to kind of like hit us in the face with it. And an example that comes to mind for me is with my gym. And I was going to purchase this space way back, and I was getting all ready, but I was going to live there. So first of all, the space is way too small, and I was gonna have to live in the back in like 200 square feet. And I didn't care because it was my dream, but I don't think I was really realizing that there could be an even better option. I was really settling. So the universe made literally every single thing go wrong, and I was forced out of the deal. But then I ended up finding an even better, more beautiful space that I leased. So sometimes if things are going wrong, it's just like a sign to be like, is this actually what you really want? Just check into it. And also trusting it's always this or something better. So even if that was what I truly wanted, thank God that didn't happen, because like last year, year 3, I had the gym for 3 years. I decided like this isn't what I wanted to do anymore. Imagine if I owned a space right now, a gym. That terrifies me. If I had a mortgage on a gym right now that during COVID could not make any money, like I would have trying to sell, like, oh, thank goodness. The universe really had my back on that one. So maybe even also thinking about like, are there times in your life where things did really go wrong, but then they turned out even better than ever? So if things are going the opposite of what you want, number one, what is your dominant vibration? Even though you might be trying to manifest something, are you actually just more worried or like noticing the lack? Number 2, are you ignoring something that your gut is trying to tell you? Are you settling for something that you actually don't want? And then number 3, is there an underlying subconscious belief that something bad will happen if you get this? So I remember when I had a coach, and I discovered with her that if I was successful, deep down, I believed I would lose all my friends and support, and I wouldn't be relatable anymore. And I was unconsciously blocking myself in a lot of ways there. So just spend some time journaling on what are the negative things that may occur if I achieve this goal, and is there anything I'm afraid of when I manifest this? Like, is there anything I'm afraid of happening when I manifest this? And then a little bit about health manifesting. So obviously, like this is all taken with a grain of salt, but I truly believe that we can manifest better health. And some of the things that I've been able to manifest was the healing of my back injury that plagued me for like 2 years, my eating disorder healing, and other like knee injuries when I'm training for a marathon. And it's not that it's like this magical, it can be that magical where it heals, but I also believe that it will lead you to the right people, places, things that you need in order to heal. So I'm not just saying that I used my mind to heal my knee. I also felt called towards a certain physiotherapist who really helped me with my knee, and so on and so forth. So you just never know, but I think it can never hurt. So I feel that visualization was the most powerful practice for me. And I also had to stop talking about what I was suffering with. And I don't mean like bottle it all up and ignore it. But for me, I was teaching, like at this time when I had my back injury, I was teaching fitness, and every single person in my classes knew my back was injured. So people asked me like 30 times a day how my back was. And I was always talking about how much pain I was in and so on. So finally, I decided that I was going to start acting as if it was getting better. So I started saying that it was healing. I stopped bringing it up. I started acting as if, and then it did. And like, if you guys knew the struggle I went through with my back was very, very bad. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't lean over the sink. I couldn't put pants on. I couldn't like go to a restaurant. I couldn't sit in a chair. I had to be laying down all the time. It was just really bad for 2 years. So, and then I started with visualization. I first started with doing guided ones from YouTube because I had no idea what I was doing at that time. And then my favorite one that I started picturing was like this white glowing ball of light that was like coming in and kind of like a magic eraser, like healing all the little parts of me, bringing down the inflammation, just like this healing, loving, warming light. And it can also be helpful to research into whatever you're struggling with. Like I knew with my back, I knew like the spot that had a herniated disc, and I kind of knew what was happening there. So I visualized like all the like goo going back into my, into the disc, and like it feeling like really full and like bouncy and like strong, and my bones were no longer like bone on bone. And I also visualized myself doing all the things I wanted to do so desperately. Weirdly enough, it was burpees because I couldn't bend over without any pain. So the same thing when I was marathon training, I was visualizing myself like running across the finish line with no pain, feeling really strong, and so on. Okay, Elisa said, I'm manifesting 10K a month in my business right now, and I did a lot of working on my money mindset and feel no anxiety around money, even though my bank account looks scary to other people. So now I have this nudge to stop. I feel no anxiety. Okay, hold on. So now I have this nudge to stop consuming content around money mindset, because if I was having 10K months, I wouldn't feel this need to consume content. Yes. Oh my God, I totally get that. Yep. Or should I continue focusing on money in order to draw it? No, that's something I have been really thinking about lately, Elisa. I think follow that nudge for sure. Like, you've got it. You feel no anxiety around it. You've done the work. You do not need to continue consuming. That can sometimes just create more doubt and worry. So absolutely stop consuming content around it. I do that a lot, where I was really thinking about that recently, because I was like, I consume a lot of money mindset content, but I never, because I feel like I've figured it out in terms of body, I never am interested in like anything people have to say about manifesting dream body, because I'm like, I already know. And so I was thinking about that, like exactly what you just said. I was really wanted to like sit and journal on that, around I think what you just did is exactly what we all need to do, which is like, do the work until you feel good. It's done deal. The seed is planted, and then let it go. That is perfect. Stop trying to consume content because you already know what's happening. I love that. I want to do a podcast episode on that. I'm going to do that. And then lastly, the thing I was going to chat about is mind magic, because I don't know, some of you may not be in mind magic. I think a lot of you guys are, but I just wanted to quickly, like, mind magic is just such a powerful practice. So if you are wanted to add in a practice to your daily life, this is just a quick and simple version of mind magic. We go into much more detail inside there, but you kind of want to choose a mantra that uplifts you, that you can kind of repeat to yourself all day long. And then my favorite part is creating a notes app where I have my mantra, and then I just label it 1 to 10. And then all day long, anytime I have like a really good moment or something like happy, or like just like that feeling of like, yes, I'll write it down and I'll really soak it up and acknowledge it. And then we post it every day in the My Magic group. But you don't need to do that. But honestly, my magic's so powerful. I really noticed I was like so consistent with my magic for 8 months, and everything, that is literally when everything changed. And then lately I haven't been as consistent. So I want to get back into that. But yeah, it really is just noticing the good, because that is going to allow so much more good to flow into your reality. It's going to boost your mood. It's going to boost your appreciation. It's going to put you into like the highest vibe state possible, because gratitude and love and appreciation are such high vibration states. And when you're in that state, you are manifesting everything you want into your reality. So that's just like a very easy thing to do every single day. I really recommend it, getting into the habit of it. If you find that you're forgetting, just like set an alarm to go off like every few hours and be like, mind magic, and go into your notes app and be like, what were the nice moments that I just had, or whatever. And once you get into the habit, it's a game changer. It's a big game changer. I'm always looking for like good moments when I'm really in my mind magic, kind of mind magic mode. But yeah, that is what I had planned for today. So is there any other questions? I don't think so. Yeah, so giving yourself like, you don't need to have this like very strict morning routine in order to manifest. You can just keep it small, try those hacks that I shared, and yeah, next month is going to be really cool. So I can't wait to share it with you. I'm going to go work on it right now. And I love you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much for being here and joining me live. And sorry it was a little bit shorter today, but that's okay. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.